Hey everyone, I have not made a video in a while. Um, Number one, I've been going through some things with my eye. Please don't be freaked out or creeped out. I had to have an injection in my eye. And my sight was pretty impaired at that point. Well, it was impaired before. Let me get the invite on. I have so many friends, I don't know who to invite. It's so hard to choose. I don't even choose. I just, press whatever and invite as many people on to enjoy this conversation I'd like to have with the public. Basically. So this video is going to be, I'm going to try my best to stay on topic because I'm terrible at that. My topic is hope and a cure. And the reason I'm choosing this topic, obviously always something inspires my thoughts each time I have them. That's just what life's about. It's about experiences and things that happen along the way, and we get touched or inspired by different things, and we just want to talk about it, or we want to share about it. And all right, I think I invited enough people, as much as I could. Hi, Tamika. I'm so happy for you. Okay, this video is about hope and a cure. So I'm not great at responding to people on this. I try to give a little wave as many people as I can as I go. Again, if I missed you, I apologize. Hi, LaQuandria. Hello, thank you for joining me. I'm having some trouble. Anybody who knows me, I don't see in my right eye. I'm legally blind in my right eye, and my left eye right now is slightly compromised, but thanks to the injection and prayers from everybody around me, my vision has gotten a lot better. I wouldn't be able to have this video right now. I would not be able to do it. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. So, hope and a cure. What inspired this? This must be my favorite spot to do videos because, I like to be comfortable. So the first thing about hope and a cure that inspired me to want to get on here and talk to you all, warriors or non-warriors or supporters of warriors, is that I was in my center and recently, second home. For us warriors who know, you have to go there however many times for however many hours. Every day or every week. And I was talking with a young lady. I'm not going to say who or what. I'm just going to say I was talking to a young lady. And she worked there. I'll say that. She wasn't a fellow warrior of kidney disease. But she had her own battles. Now the thing that she was talking to me about that was really, really, that had me going, fiery Tanya, is that she was basically addressing the fact that I haven't used my fistula yet. I can't use my fistula, number one, because they are talking about and thinking about cutting me back open. Those who know what a fistula is, don't know what a fistula is. It is a surgery that is done for dialysis patients to create an access for them to dialyze. And they basically take a vein and an artery in your arm and they fuse them together, therefore creating a way to dialyze, let's just say that, to clean your blood, if you don't know what dialyze means. So basically I said, you know what? After talking with the doctor and things, I don't want to use my fistula. I have no desire. I'm considering PD. I'm not dedicated to it. Right now I have a perm cath. And I'm just willing to be open-minded about it. But I have no desire to use my fistula. And she was like, I just want to ask why. Why do you want to use your fistula, Tanya? And I said, because did you see people's arms? No. And you know what? It might be vain of me to say I don't want to use it. But I don't care because it's my body and that's my choice and I don't have a desire to use it. So I'm going to explore my other options. And I told her I'd rather die than use my fistula. And I was a little extreme, but that's me. I'm always being so extra. Hey, Felicia, what's up? So I'm always being so extra. I can't help myself. You know, I'm dramatic. Okay, whatever. So she sits down. She goes, I just want to tell you. And I was like, oh, Lord, here comes the story. So she's going to start to begin to tell me about her own autoimmune disease. Now, hope and a cure, right? So when she began to tell me about her autoimmune disease, one of the things I noticed that she said her doctors told her is that they are hoping to find a cure because she's a part of a research program for the disease that she has, okay? I said, and when she said they hope to cure what she has, you know what? It really got my gears grinding, okay? I'm trying not to use profanity. Pray for me, okay? It grinded my gears when she said that, because I thought to myself, they are hoping to cure her. They are hoping to cure her. And I said to her, and I turned and I said to her, and I said, you know what, miss? I am so hoping for that for you. I said, but did you notice that not one doctor in this business has approached me and said, I hope to cure you. We are searching for a cure. We want to cure these 1 billion people that are affected by this disease. And I was like, you know, that's pretty sad. Why isn't everyone trying to give me a treatment? Or she began to talk about, well, you know, I want you to have the best chance for a transplant. I wish that what I had, I could have a transplant. Now, she also began to share with me the type of drug she was on. I was like, you know what? You're a slave to the drugs that you're taking, right? I said, when I get a transplant, why would I be any different? I'm going to have to take drugs for the rest of my life. You have not given me a cure. It is not guaranteed to work, just like every option for access for dialysis is not guaranteed or perfect. Okay, I could get my fistula done 5 times and it may not work because of my veins. My vascular system is not doing too well. I'm just saying, if it wasn't. And I could get PD and get infection after infection after infection. I'm also diabetic. So I could get infection in my catheter. Yes, I know that. All of it is a risk. And every surgery where you're put under is a risk too. You may not wake up. You got all these risks. And at the end of the day, with the grace of God, I say, pray for me, folks. Pray for me. Because I'm going to try not to use any profanity today. I'm going to try. If there's no guarantee and there's not really any guarantee. Hey, Felicia. Oh, my other Felicia. I got 2 Felicias. My Felicia I'll say my Jersey Felicia, because, you know, me and her go way back. Way back. We just go way back to my Jersey days. And then my Felicia fellow warrior. Hello, hello, hello. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I know. So she didn't give me any hope. She didn't give me any possibilities for a cure. She didn't even wish me for a cure. All she did was press me to do a surgery or press me to get rid of something that is working. It's working. And I know plenty of people, and I understand. Again, I get it. If they hear it's a risk. Everything is a risk. Ooh, my eyeball. Sorry. It's a little itchy. It's all a risk. But you know what? I want to say, now let's get away from the negativity. Let's get away from that, because that's what I'm working on too with myself, is pulling myself away from that negative energy. Now, this woman did not offer me a hope. She did not offer me a cure. But she definitely pressed me to push me to buy a product or to invest myself, my body into this product and all these other things. And then furthermore, the whole transplant situation is, boom, it's another treatment. It's not a cure, everybody. Hello, ding, ding, ding. It's not a cure. It is a treatment. And it is a possibility for a little bit of a longer life. But, you know, like I said, there's people that are 2, 3, 4 transplant recipients and they still didn't work. It's just a treatment. And they may end up right back on dialysis. Again, do we all realize that this is a for-profit situation and that They make $100,000 a month from you sitting in that chair. And when I say they, I mean the people up top, the billionaire owners of DaVita, whatever the case may be, shareholders. You can get some stock in it. Don't forget that. Now, you can definitely get stock in dialysis. So they're making $100,000 off of you just for you sitting in that chair. Okay? And again, let me try to stay on topic. Hope and a cure. Hope and a cure. Okay? So I told this lady that was talking to me as my gears grinded. Wow, and thank you for anyone who is watching. Thank you. And if you want to hold a watch party later, please do, because do it. People need to know that it's pretty sad. And I told her, I said, this disease affects 1 billion people in the whole world. Why is it that you've got hope for a cure? I said, I did St. Jude for a long time, and because I believe in it, I said, it says, let us help end childhood cancer. Hope for a cure for people with breast cancer. This disease is killing more people than people with breast cancer. Not to give any breast cancer people or survivors or anything, not to discredit them, but the powers that be that claim all these things, they keep pressing for a treatment. They do not press for a cure, and they do not give you hope. I've had doctors tell me there is nothing I can do for you. You will only get worse. And that was the first mistake that I did by listening to this foolish woman, before switching doctors, of course. And, I began to tell her, I said, there's not enough preventative care. I said, I'm asking for a monitor for my diabetes, right? So my insurance denied me to get it. So I was like, yeah, I'm trying, because she was I might as well say, she was a dietitian. So I'm like, I'm trying to get a monitor for my preventative care, again, to take care of my diabetes, because one of my numbers that I'm struggling with is my A1C, because I'm on I take insulin, and it's hard for me to sometimes monitor those numbers, sometimes I get really lows and then I get really highs. So anybody who's diabetic knows what I'm talking about, especially if you struggle to afford your health care, if you struggle to afford your medicine. Okay? So I'm telling her, I'm like, if there was more preventative care, I might not even be sitting in this chair. But we're not going to talk about that. I said, but you still never offered me hope. You never offered me a possibility of a cure. And this disease is claiming so many thousands, millions of lives. I don't want to say thousands, millions of lives that affects 1 billion people in the world. There's celebrities with these situations that aren't using their platform to raise awareness. And I could have these videos till I'm blue in my face, and I just really, really only hope that it reaches the right people one day, and they can just say, you know what? This is crazy. This is an epidemic. So, on top of all that, let me get some positive juices flowing in here. Let me offer you some positive juice. This one might be a little windy one today, but I had something to say. It was on my heart. I couldn't even really sleep last night because I was just thinking about it. And I said, this woman I feel bad for her. No. I take that back. I don't feel bad for her. Okay? She was sitting in her chair and she was pressing her own negative thoughts and ideas onto me, while she's supposed to be a care person, giving care and giving hope, if nothing more. Somebody knocking at my door? I don't know. I don't care. All right. So she's a person that should be giving me hope, at least that hope. But she wasn't even giving me that because it's not trained in her. It's not in her training. It's not in her protocol. It's not something that she's even conditioned to do because she is so used to walking around pressing those treatments on people so that we can just stay sick. You know what I also proceeded to let her know is that, the mind is a powerful thing. I said, I believe that there's going to be a cure. I believe that there is a cure. I believe that I can be cured. Do you see how powerful that was? I believe that I can be cured. You know, I do believe that I can be cured. I believe that and I said it's going to take some dedication. It's going to take some investigation. It's going to take some discipline, but I'm sure that I can do it. And I really wish that you would support me on that. I would love some support around here. I said this is so sad that people that are diagnosed with terminal illnesses are given more hope than somebody with a chronic illness that possibly, I'm not even going to say possibly because that's even negative. I'm not even going to say it. It can go away. It can be cured. We can speak things into existence, and we can do what we have to do to pay attention, see the forest for the trees, and do better for yourself and get yourself even to a better place. Even if you're not 100%, make that effort. I'm not the most religious person, but I'm on somewhat of a spiritual journey here, and I want to go out on a limb and say, you know what? God said, the Bible says, that if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, which is a very tiny thing, a faith the size of a mustard seed. When I think about that, I go, wow, man, just a little bit. If I could just have just that tiny little bit, I'm not getting my mustard seed people around me there, and they don't even have a freaking grain of sand of hope for me, and that's just negative right there. And I'm in facilities surrounded by this. Everybody walking around with their notepads, not offering 1 ounce of hope and not 1 ounce of a cure. Let that sink in. And I want to say, because again, I want to try to be as positive as possible without coming across as crass or negative. We really need to start praying before we go into those centers. Fellow warriors, you can speak things into existence. That's the first part. If you just believe that there can be a cure and you believe that there can be something better. Hey, my sister, you know who you are. Oh, Rachel's on. Hi. I think that part of I'm not even going to say I think, because thinking comes from not knowing. I believe strongly that if people come with all together in one mind, on one accord, and you really want something, because the power of thinking something, our thoughts become our words become our actions. I mean, it's just simple old sayings. What's in your heart, and I think that what I believe every warrior needs and deserves, and we deserve, not putting anybody else's situation down, but kidney disease. Wherever and however you got it. I don't want to say achieve. It's not an achievement, for sure. However, wherever you got it, whatever disease onsetted it, or anything in that regards, if you can believe that there's a possibility, and there's another scripture that comes to my mind, because, I was raised in the church, okay? It's in my blood. It's in my blood. Whether I steered away from it or whatever. But I do remember also the story of the woman who said, if I could just touch the hem of his garment, that she would be healed. She just believed, if I could just touch it, if she could just touch the hem of his garment. She didn't say, she believed. I mean, that's another story that comes to my mind. Faith the size of a mustard seed. If that woman said, if I could just touch the hem of his garment, I think of that story, and I get chills just thinking about it. And I say, metaphorically, it's such a strong and powerful message. And I think that, us kidney warriors and anyone fighting any illnesses that they were told that, there's nothing we can do for you. Or, you might want to count your days because they're numbered. And in this medical field, they're not God. They are not God. And they don't have the final say in your life. And you know what? They definitely don't have the final say in my life. And I'll be darned if I'm going to sit in a center where I'm trying to heal and somebody's going to come up to me and offer me damnation and death and a treatment. I don't think so. I don't think so. She needs to go somewhere with her message and take that somewhere else, because I am not having it. And yes, Miss Sheena, Job's story was definitely a powerful one. That story is super powerful. But, I mean, and I do get it. But I feel like Job's story was more of, he had a lot. It was taken away more, and a lot of, I don't know. I feel like Job's story was of faith, but it wasn't like that tiny bit of faith. You know, he already was a true, believing, strong, powerful entity in himself. So yes, Job's story is powerful, but I feel like it wasn't someone, he was down and out when he finally had to, because the devil's trying to get him to curse God. But when I think of just having a small amount of faith or just taking that chance, I think of other stories in the Bible more so, like that woman that was plagued, and she said, if I could just touch the hem of his garment. And, the scripture says if you could just have the faith of a size of a mustard seed. I think I had my faith of a mustard seed moments probably recently too, and it has been definitely hard. It has definitely been hard, and I always hear people say, how do you stay so positive? How do you stay so bright and smiley? I'm like, man, I have my days like everybody else, but I don't want to show it because I'm trying to believe in the power of the positive attitude or positive vibe that I can send out. And, I know there's people out there praying for me, and I'm praying for others. And I think that as far as a hope and a cure is concerned, trying to stay on topic again, there is hope, and there's I know there's somebody out there looking and searching for a cure. And I know that there's a cure. And I know the power of the human body's ability to heal itself and regenerate itself. I know if you get on that train of dedication and pay attention and listen and do your own research, you can get out of this. You do not have to stay down. You do not have to accept defeat. You do not have to say, this is it. This is my destiny. I have to be here every day and this and that. I got a lot to do. I got a lot of things to do. I'm a very busy mind, okay? And I got things that I want to do, and I'm definitely going to make my mark on this world. And it might be right now it's Facebook, but let me tell you, I believe that I was destined for bigger things. I believe that this is not the end for me, and I believe that there's going to be a cure. And I'm giving you hope. If you don't have hope, if you lost hope, if you weren't given any hope when you went to your center today or yesterday or at whatever point, or if you just decided you didn't want to go back because you felt that bad, I'm telling you there is hope, and there is a cure. There's a cure for everything. There's a cure for everything. And like I said, there's so many success stories, guys. There's so many success stories. Why do we have to accept the defeat? Don't accept the defeat. When that woman talked to me, I felt really bad. She was really trying to make me feel sorry for her own illness. She was pressing her own negative thoughts on me. And I was like, wow, woman. But all I could hear was hope and cure when she was talking, when she said, well, I'm a part of this research group and they're hoping to get a cure for what I have. And then she, and I said, you've been given two things that I was never given, which is hope and a cure. You've been given two things and you're just taking them for granted. You're working a full-time job and I can barely stay awake after these treatments. I can barely want to keep my eyeballs open. You're working a full-time job. You're already ahead of the game, woman. You are already blessed. You are already blessed beyond your own measure. And you are sitting here today talking to me, trying to bring me, because she ain't bring me down. Trying to bring me all the way down. And all I can see are your blessings when you're telling me all your curses. All I can see is you're blessed. You have hope. You have a cure. That's all I hear from her. And I just don't understand why you can be in a medical profession and be in a field where you're surrounded by sick people and you think that it's okay. You think it's okay to come around here and sit down next to me and try to tell me some negative things? Get your negative energy out of my face and get away from me. You know, one thing I'm learning now is I have to, when I feel like I cannot, when I'm feeling like all the negative energy is just surrounding me like a black dark cloud, you know, I'm just going to try to start praying. I'm not even going to try. There's no try, only do. I'm just going to start praying because you know what? I believe in the power of prayer. I believe in supplication. I believe in speaking things into existence. I believe in those things. And I'm not going to sit here and allow, even in my own center where I don't really have any control, I have to be there. You know, I know that we're supposed to be responsible for the energy we place around us, but if you can't find any other good energy, if you cannot find anything within your grasp that makes you feel like you want to go on, or you feel that dark, start praying, because it's a part of your healing also. If you don't have to listen to me, but like I said, I'm trying to offer some hope for a cure. I'm hoping for a cure for this disease to be so monumental. I'm hoping for 1 billion people's lives to be affected in a positive way. I'm hoping that dialysis centers can turn into something better. I don't know what they could be turned into, but they could be turned into something better, I'm sure. You know? If we think hard enough and we use our positive juices and maybe restore a little humanity back into the world of with humans. You know, if humanity could be restored properly, I mean, we could figure out a way. There's a way. There's always a way. And I just want to encourage everyone to be blessed. I want to encourage everyone to have hope for a cure and give out some free hugs. That's my favorite thing to end things with because it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't hurt. Hugs are so awesome and they're so curing for a lot of things. That's a cure in itself. So go give out some free hugs. And I want to shout out to my girl, Felicia James, because let me tell you, girl, we got some planning to do, girl. We got some planning to do. I'm excited because I know I'm going to meet you. I know I'm going to meet you one day, and we're going to be so happy, and we're going to have so much fun spreading our positive vibes and organizing things that are empowering to people, to women. You're amazing, and don't you forget it. Don't you forget it. I'm looking forward to working with you on organizing some things that we talked about publicly. I'm sure people can be nosy. Go be nosy. Go on her page. Yes, go be nosy. It's good. Sometimes it's good to be nosy. Find out some cool things. And yes, she's definitely an inspiration, and we're not defeated. We're young, not just because we're young, but we're not defeated. We're young. We're full of energy. We are brilliant minds. We have good hearts. God is going to bless us. So, yes, herbs for meds. Yes, Sheena. I'm so into it. Sheena, we'll talk. I'm so into it because, like I said, God put things on earth for us so we can be cured. We're not supposed to be ailing from these things. We're not. And we're not supposed to be taking steroids, prednisone, a man-made thing. Let's be very clear. It's a man-made medication. Man-made medications have nothing but side effects. They might help you for a short period of time, but they are bad. And I'll be darned if I'm going to be a slave from going from a slave to a machine to a slave to a pharmaceutical drug. That's not happening. So pray for me on my journey of healing, and I'll pray for yours. And it's going to be good, and we're going to keep surviving. Yes, we are going to keep surviving, but we're also going to thrive. Survive is a great word, but thrive. Let's thrive. Let's thrive. Let's live full lives. Let's live our best lives, and not allow anything negative to take its root in our life. All right, so I love you all. I'm gonna go. I got my point across. I said what I felt, and I feel better that I shared it with the world, because it was just burning in my soul to share this, that there is hope for a cure, and we just have to believe it. That's it. All right. Love you all. Bye.